All right, today we're handing you the keys to the gaming kingdom. I'm talking the real keys, the ones that let you play the biggest new games months, sometimes even years before anyone else gets to. Ready to get in? Let's do this.
You know the feeling, right? Your favorite streamer is deep into a world you won't get to see for a year, and you're just stuck watching from the outside. That feeling? That digital window shopping? Yeah, that ends today.
Well, what I'm talking about is beta testing. It's your personal, all-access pass to get behind that digital velvet rope. And the best part? It's not about being lucky. And it's not just for some gaming elite. It's a system you can actually learn. And we're about to break down exactly how it all works.
Okay, but first things first, to get inside this world, you gotta speak the language. It's kind of like a secret handshake. So let's quickly break down the terms you're gonna see out there so you know exactly what you're jumping into. When you hear alpha, just think blueprint or majorly under construction. This is the game at its absolute earliest, most unstable stage. I mean, we're talking developers just trying to see if a core idea even works. Expect a mess, expect bugs, expect a lot of crashes. Alphas are for the truly adventurous. Now, the beta, this is usually the sweet spot. This is what most of us are really looking for. The game is way more complete, but the developers need an army of players. They need us to hunt down bugs, push the servers to their limits, and just tell them what we think. And they come in two main flavors. You've got closed betas, which are like the exclusive, invite-only parties, and then you have open betas, which are pretty much a public free-for-all. And what's really interesting here is the goal. I mean, just look at the slide here. An alpha is all about the devs asking, hey, does this thing even work? It's purely for them. But an open beta? That's often part marketing blitz, part server test. It's a polished demo meant to get you hyped for launch. And that difference, it's everything. You know, this whole world of player testing, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's been evolving. Think way back to 2013, when Steam Early Access launched and pretty much changed the game. Then jump to 2018, and suddenly mobile betas are everywhere. Which brings us all the way to 2026, where honestly, it's easier than it has ever been, with these playtest buttons becoming standard right on the store page. Okay, so you've got the lingo down, you know your alpha from your beta, so now it's time for the main event. The playbook. This is your step-by-step guide to actually getting access, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You know, a lot of people think getting into a closed beta is random, but it's not. It follows a pretty clear pattern. First, you find the source, where these tests are even announced. Then you apply, usually giving them your system specs. Then you agree to the rules, that's the NDA phase. And finally, you get to play and report back. 4 steps, and we're gonna walk through every single one of them.
So let's start with mobile, because I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be surprised by this one. For a ton of games, the key to getting in early is literally already on your phone, just kind of hiding in plain sight. I'm serious, it's often as simple. For Android users, you literally just go to a games page in the Play Store, scroll down a bit, and boom, there's the Join the Beta button. It's right there. And for iOS, your golden ticket is an app called Test Flight. You download that one app, and it becomes the official gateway for playing all kinds of unreleased iOS games. That's it. Okay, let's switch gears and talk PC. And when we talk PC, we've got to talk Steam. The most powerful tool in your whole beta hunting toolbox is built right into the platform. You just got to know where to look. So you're on a games store page, right? Just look for that big Request Access button. Click it. Simple as that. But here's the real pro tip for 2026, the one that makes a huge difference. You need to add that game to your wishlist too. Why? Trust me, developers see that. They often pull invites directly from the wishlist to reward their most dedicated fans with those first beta keys. All right, so store pages are great for sure, but what about the really exclusive tests? The ones that aren't announced publicly, the ones you're never just going to stumble upon on Steam. For those, you've got to go a level deeper, straight to the source. And these, let's call them secret opportunities. They're almost always hiding in 2 places. First up, developer Discord servers. Think of these like the modern-day fan club. Devs are actually in there, and they absolutely reward their active, positive community members with early access. And second, publisher newsletters. I know, more emails. But seriously, signing up for emails from companies like EA or Ubisoft is a direct line to beta invites, sometimes even guaranteeing you a spot. So, you did it. You got the invite. The game is downloading. Awesome. But listen up, because getting in is only half the battle. Now, you need to be a good tester. So let's talk about the rules of the road and the real reward for doing this the right way.
And this quote right here from an indie dev, man, it just nails the modern philosophy of beta testing. Developers aren't just looking for human bug-finding machines anymore. They're trying to build a community. They want players who can give clear, constructive feedback that actually helps make the final game better for everybody. Okay, so before you can even play, you are almost definitely going to have to sign something called an NDA, or a non-disclosure agreement. And don't let that legal-sounding name scare you. All it is, really, is a promise. It's you saying, I won't spoil the secrets. You're being trusted with something special, and this is just your agreement to keep it under wraps. So the bottom line is super simple. You have to respect the NDA. Follow the rules. And a huge giveaway that you're under NDA, if you see those faint watermarks on your screen, maybe with your username on them, that is the universal sign for this is confidential. So that means no streaming, no screenshots on social media, no YouTube uploads. Look, breaking an NDA is serious business. It can get you kicked from the test, blacklisted from future ones, and yeah, in rare cases, even get you into legal trouble. Pay attention here, because this is how you go from being just another player to a dev's favorite tester. When you find a bug, please never just say, the game crashed. A great bug report is specific. It needs a clear title, the exact steps to make the bug happen again, your hardware specs, and what you were doing right before it happened. A report like that, it's not just helpful, it is absolute gold to a dev team. And that, right there, is the real endgame. It's not about how many hours you play, it's about the quality of what you give back. You give them that thoughtful, detailed feedback, and I promise you, developers will remember your name. You become a trusted tester, and you're going to find yourself at the top of the list for their next, even more exclusive project. So there you have it. The velvet rope is gone. You're no longer on the outside looking in. You've got the playbook, you've got the tools, you've got the insider knowledge to get early access. Now the only question is, what game's future will you help shape first?